Just very briefly, the thing is that Nigeria is a federating unit. So the states have a right and the powers to take every action that will secure their states. However, I can tell you confidently that they will not be able to do that without the authorization of the Office of the National Security Advisor. For us in the armed forces, any federal government policy, we are in line with it. And I'm sure that's why you saw our troops also supervising those peace deals. So if the governor of the state has decided that that's what he wants to do, of course, based on his own assessment of the security situation in his state, we will always support him. We don't have any argument against it. Thank you. Okay, I can tell you confidently and with all assurances that it is not a case of resurgence or infiltration of terrorists. I can also tell you with all assurance that significant work, attacks, and decimation of the terrorists is ongoing. And you know, one of the things with terrorists is that when you put pressure on them, they are likely to target soft targets. I also want to let you know that that is what they are doing, but that should not deter us. At the end of the day, they will get tired, and we will make sure that we smoke them out from wherever they are. It is not a case of resurgence. What is happening is that due to the pressure that the cooperation with America is bringing to bear on them, they are now targeting soft targets in order to magnify their operations. Terrorists need the oxygen of broadcasting their activities. We are not saying it should not be reported. However, we should be more modest in reporting some of these their activities so that they will not achieve what they want to achieve, which is to cause panic within the society. But in conclusion, I can let you know that the assistance from the Americans is actually a great value addition to our own operations in that general area. And in the next couple of days, you hear the results of what has happened. Now that they've shown themselves out in Michika local government, you see the next actions that will follow from there. We sympathize with those who were killed. I understand there are 27. We send our sympathies to them. However, we are going to take necessary action to make sure that it doesn't happen again, particularly in that area. I can tell you that the GOC, General Officer Commanding, and the theater commander are right now very much on top of that situation, and you'll hear the results in the next few days. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ido, for your question. I appreciate the fact that you are appreciating the work that the Directorate of Defense Media Operations is doing. As professionals, we must do our work the way it's supposed to be done, and that's just what I'm doing. Now, on the review of Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor, as you all know, was the Defense Headquarters policy to find a way in conjunction with the Borno State government and some elements or ministries in the federal government to find a way to see how we can de-radicalize some of the elements who surrendered. For a period of time, you know, that operation or that system achieved some significant success. As with everything, any human activity, at some point there will be challenges. We do not deny that there are challenges, and we also acknowledge that there is a need for review. And I can tell you that some weeks ago I interacted with the coordinator for Operation Safe Corridor, and he has a lot of plans to carry out that review, and I believe working in conjunction with the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and the Borno State government, under what we call the Borno model, very soon a reviewed process for Operation Safe Corridor will be released. We are also as concerned as you and other members of the public. And we have actually heard a lot of things that the public is saying concerning the issue of repentant bandits. However, I also want us to consider other aspects of the insurgency. You know, we have what we call the laws of war. And in the laws of war, at the end of the day, the Boko Haram fighters are still considered as Nigerians. They may have erred, and they will definitely account for whatever they have done. Are we saying, on account of the fact that they are Nigerians, if we have the opportunity to rehabilitate them, we should not? And I think that is what went into the thinking of the defense secretaries some years ago, which was also bought by the federal government and the Borno state government to arrive at the issue of the Borno model. So we take your observation seriously, and I can assure you that that review will be done, and you will hear our new operational directives for Operation Safe Corridor. Thank you.